Hey guys, Crispy Divine again. It's later on in the afternoon, but I'm still in the car. I feel like I've been in the car like all day long. So the reason why I turned the camera on as I wait for Jeff to get out of work is because I just received an email from the free2vape.org website. I'm assuming that everybody got it. And it starts off by saying, to give everybody a round of applause for having a turnout of 20,000 people signing and filling out that form. Okay, well, 20,000 people, it's a big number, I guess, but when you're talking about, and this is strictly from the email, 3 million vapors, like an estimated number of 3 million people are vaping in this world right now, and we only have 20,000 signatures. I mean, think about all the horror stories that have been put out in the news recently about vaping. Okay, think about how they say on the news, well, in the past year, the number of calls to the Poison Control Center has tripled, or this is up like 60%. But then when you look at the numbers, it's like, well, there was three, so it's doubled or tripled to 9 or 6. You know what I mean? Like the way they twist those words to get people to jump on the bandwagon that e-cigarettes are bad, I mean, we get, I posted a picture. Now, mind you, I posted on my personal Facebook a picture of me and Amanda. If you're friends with me on Facebook, then you would have seen the picture that I had had with me and Amanda, and we were celebrating our, like, I don't remember what little milestone it was about not smoking. And now you would think in itself that would be something that could not cause anybody to say anything negative, right? Because why would anybody say anything negative about quitting smoking? Most people that would be on your Facebook would like you or care about you enough to say, congratulations. Well, I just need another one. So, what I was saying was, is you would think by, you know, the nature of this post, it would have been of a more of a prominent thing to look at the fact that we have quit smoking, not that we were vaping. You know what I'm saying? So I post this, I'm all happy. People are posting like congrats, people are liking the post, and then some guy gets on there and says, vaping's worse than cigarettes. And then I start to laugh at myself or at this post because I'm like, what are you talking about? Like what do you know about it? So I asked him, like, where did you get this information? And of course he had no answer to that. And then and I knew this kid's kind of like, man, my friend Amanda knows him, and he, like, she says, like, he likes to start shit, like, in a joking way. So we gave him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, not that I would get pissed at anybody for having an opinion. I just think it's stupid, But he, all of a sudden, her uncle chimes in and was like, so and so's right, And then we ask him to give us why he thinks like that. And so he sends along some standard, anti e-cigarette banter, and then names a doctor. It's like, it's funny. It's like, come on, anybody can do that. I mean, you ever seen the movie Good Will Hunting? And he's like, I got her number. How about those apples? But before that, he was telling her, like, oh, telling the kid, like, where'd you get that? Oh, I know where you got it. And he called it the book and like the reference that he made. It's like, that's what people do. You regurgitate facts that you hear in the news or the internet or whatever. And of course, the same can be said about what we're doing, right? I mean, I know I don't have a study in my bathroom, like trying to figure out if e-cigs are more whatever. But the difference is that we're not claiming that e-cigarettes are not harmful. Who's to say what's harmful or not? I don't know. Could we be getting ourselves into bigger trouble with e-cigarettes? I don't know. But what I do know is I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, which causes cancer, strokes, and heart attacks. I can breathe. Like, listen to me now. I mean, if you would have heard me before, there's no way in hell I could talk like this. I would talk and then I would be had to catch my breath. Jeff says that I don't snore as much as I used to. I used to snore like a fucking beast. I don't snore as much as I used to. I feel like I have more energy. I feel like I have more pick up, or get up and go. It's just like, for me, it's like the proof is in the pudding. You can't sit there and say to me, oh, well, this is going to cause you something. Well, guess what? So does this. So does that. Everything causes something, but you don't get this big, huge fight to make things illegal or to ban them just because it can cause something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm kind of rambling, but that's just what bothers me. It's like, we all know that shit causes shit, but we don't run out and ban it, But when it comes to smoking e-cigs or vaping on mods or whatever, all of a sudden, they want to take it from us. And the reason being is not because they care about our well-being or that it could cause cancer or they could do this or could do that. It's all because they know that we're taking money out of the big tobacco companies' hands and we're putting it into a completely different industry, and that in itself is going to, screw up big tobacco, and in which case it screws up the FDA because I'm sure they fund each other somehow, right? Just same thing with pills and stuff. I mean, just the same thing. They say that they have the cure for the common cold. Well, why the hell are you going to cure the common cold when everybody's going to go out and buy bottles and bottles of NyQuil? I mean, it is this vicious world that we live in where the people that are supposed to be protecting our rights really only manipulate it to make things better for them. I mean, we're just human beings that are placed in this earth to just sit and chill until we die and work and play and do whatever, right? Well, guess what? That's the small picture. The big picture is that we have people in this community and industry that are looking out for us, like CASA, Rip Trippers and Grimm and whoever the people are that made that fucking freetovape.org. These people went out of their way to make this thing to help protect us and our rights. So we have this opportunity where we may not have before, walking into a big room with a bunch of people with gavels, telling people, okay, section, we're going to do this, and then you have to stand up there and plead your case, and chances are they're not listening. But when you get 3 million emails and 3 million hand-printed out documents stating 3 million stories about 3 million people quitting smoking because of something like that, and protesting the fact that we're not going to just turn around and give our money to Philip Morris or fucking whatever. It's just the only one I know. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to just turn around and do that. And the threat alone of that should and hopefully will be at least part of what will make it, stand out to them that that's not going to happen, and they're not going to make money from it. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to go back to cigarettes. Even if I do, even if tomorrow they banned e-cigs, I'm purposely not going to buy cigarettes from anybody. I especially am not going to do something like that and just put it back in their hands, because that's what they want. Or they're going to come out with their own line of e-cigs that are going to be absolute junk. We're going to have... Yesterday I started a little rant in the car about freedom.org and CASA's take action type stuff. and I lost myself in a rant, a political rant about stuff. And I just wanted to basically come on here and finish the video off with a couple more points. So really the whole thing that I kind of got started on that video was because of that email that I got that said only 20,000 people out of 3 million vapors had filled out the freedom.org. And I don't know, to me it just seemed like, I know my people, like the people I'm talking to right now, I know everybody that I associate with on Facebook and in our groups. I am 95% sure that everybody has taken action there. But I just don't understand where that big gap is coming from. So, like I was saying yesterday, we know for a fact that as a group of people that are looking to continue along with our quest for clean lungs and non-strokable arteries, we're not going to jump on the bandwagon and start smoking cigarettes anymore. But what we do need to do, I think, more is spread the word. All it takes is one sign up in a vape shop for some new vapor that maybe doesn't even know what's going on right now to see it and ask, what is it? And especially when you're a new vapor. Remember when you first got into it and you first joined your first group or your first vape shop, you got your first mod, and how excited you were, and how, I'm still living that feeling, but remember that feeling of freedom when you didn't have to have a cigarette because you had something that was better, and it had all the things that you like in a cigarette, as far as just like the nicotine and the smoking and the air, the vape and stuff, but it didn't have all those harmful chemicals, and how happy you were that you weren't a slave to it anymore. Those are the people that are going to run out and join these things, and they're going to be the ones that are going to go crazy about it, because at that point, if they're serious about quitting smoking, then they are threatening their non-smoking choice in life, So, again, I'm going to say this 1,000 times. I am in no way, shape, or form judging or acting high and mighty or preachy. This isn't me saying I'm better or, none of that garbage. It's just me saying that if you haven't already, take action, get involved. If you can, nudge your local vape shops to put up a sign, to hand out a flyer, to put up a piece of paper on the wall that has a friggin' web address. That's fine, whatever the case may be. But we just got to consider that there are a lot of people out there that are not user-friendly, are not friendly with the internet, that don't go on the internet, that don't know about the internet. It's an everybody thing, and there are some people that are in the older generations that don't pick up a keyboard and start typing. So they're the ones who are going to need you to point it out to them, And another cool thing is I walked into my new local vape shop that I absolutely love. Like I think they're gonna get a restraining order on me. I'm there too much. It's like that's where I want to be now. So I walked in, and they're giving like some sort of, I don't know if they were doing a building tutorial or if they were showing them how to put together an atomizer or something. But there were like 2 or 3 little old ladies in there. They were so awesome, and they were so excited. And she bought her first Aspire Nautilus and everything. Those are the type of people that you could say to them, hey, have you guys went and joined CASA yet? Or have you went and filled out the freedom.org thing? And they would say yes or no. And if they say yes or no, it's you should, give them the heads up that there's a lot of people that don't know about this stuff and that could use that sort of nudge to get them on. Hell, when I want to go on a contest, and I know Jeff's going to want to do it, he doesn't want to go on there and do the Facebook stuff, so he hands me his phone and say, here, do what I'm supposed to do, and he wants to win it, but he doesn't want to do the work, and that's fine. I don't mind, because I can quickly get on there. So, if you got people that are not, super internet friendly, help them do it. I don't know. I just get, like I mentioned yesterday, there's too much hypocrisy within this whole situation with the FDA and them coming down on us about whatever, the stuff that they talk about. Every day every day you're going to see on the internet some sort of post that says why e-cigarettes are unhealthy, and then you read it and it's just the same old garbage over and over and over again, regurgitated from the same mouths over and over again, and it's so tiring, you know. It's just funny to me, you know, but it's not funny. It's actually pretty irritating. But anyway, we have this chance, and we don't have that much time we don't have that much time left, you know, to spread the word. And 20,000 people, where, you know, and I'm not saying that site is the only site we need to focus on. CASA has just put out their third call to action. If you have not already done that, please do. This website or these group of people or whatever have made it so easy for people like me who would struggle with stuff like that. You know, write a letter. Okay, I can write a letter, but I guarantee you it's not going to be as well written as the one that they send, and it's probably going to be long-winded because guess what? I still can't stop talking, and it's been going on for 7 minutes, this video. You know, so they just say, here, fight, and we'll give you the tools to do it. And you tell me another group that is going to do that. I mean, maybe there is, I don't know. But I just know that they've made it so easy for people like me and you to have a fucking voice. I mean, but when somebody like CASA or whoever, all the people that are behind freedom.org, give you that sort of outlet to do that, we have to take advantage of that. Have to. So I am just one person. You are just one person, you know, but one person times 5 is 5. And then if each person out of that 5 tells 2 people, and then those 2 people tell 2 people, and those 2 people tell 2 people, and those 2 people tweet. I mean, think about it. I mean, it can just spread like wildfire. I mean, if Justin Timberlake, you know, got arrested for first-degree murder for killing Paula Abdul's dog, you know, that shit would go across the fucking world in 2 seconds, right? So let's do the same with something that actually matters, okay? Again, I love you guys all. I think you're awesome people, and I'm sure everybody that is watching this has already done their part. And I'm going to end this video with a smile. Thank you for listening to me ramble again. I hope you guys enjoyed the Stingray clone review. I'm trying to play around with editing and making the videos a little bit more, you know, different, I guess. I don't know. Sigelli 20 watt and a fucking badass K-Fun 3.1. Space Jam's Andromeda, which is my favorite freaking juice. If anybody can clone it and sell it for $15 for a 30 ml bottle, I'll make out with you. Oh, so good. Alright guys, thank you, and peace. Peace in the Middle East. Just kidding.